Congratulations! You just purchased a Polaris Ranger, the hardest working, smoothest riding off-road vehicle in the industry. If you're watching this video, you're obviously concerned about safety and operating responsibly. Keep two things in mind. Go as often as you can, and go as safely as you can. Keeping in mind there are dangers and risks involved in the operation of this vehicle that can result in serious injury or death. The first thing you can do to operate safely is really simple. Read your owner's manual. You need to become familiar with all the systems, controls, and operation of the machine. Keep it handy in case you need to refer to it. Before you operate, read all safety labels on the vehicle. They're also a good practical source of safety information when you're out on the trail. Rangers should only be operated by drivers 16 years of age and older with a valid driver's license. Passengers 12 years of age and older are allowed in each passenger seat of a Ranger, but only if the passenger is large enough to firmly plant his or her feet on the floor and securely grasp available handholds. It's important to remember that you, the operator, are solely responsible for the safety of your passengers. Therefore, operators should fully explain before any ride the importance of being a responsible passenger while the vehicle is in motion. It's also a good idea that any potential passengers watch this video to help them understand how to interact with the vehicle for safe riding. Ranger passenger areas are designed with handholds and safety restraints to accommodate most people. Since not all people are alike, the operator should verify each passenger can comfortably grip available handholds, is able to place their feet on the floor, and has the seatbelt securely fastened. No passenger should be under the age of 12. Be a responsible driver. Operate to the ability of your passengers instead of your own to reduce the risk of accidents. Your Ranger is equipped with cabinets on both sides of the vehicle. Cabinets must be used by both the driver and any passengers at all times. Riding in this vehicle without using the cabinets can result in serious injury or death in the event of an accident or overturn. Always use the cabinets while operating the vehicle. Before every ride, inspect the cabinets for wear or damage. If the cabinets appear worn or damaged, promptly replace them with new cabinets available from your authorized Polaris dealer. Also, before every ride, make sure all the cabinet straps and latches are secure. If the cabinets are removed for any reason, take note of how the nets are installed to the vehicle before removing them. Before operating the vehicle again, always reinstall all cabinets as originally installed at the factory. Please see your Polaris dealer for assistance. When selecting riding gear, the first thing you need is a helmet to protect your head. Helmets come in lots of styles. Whatever style you choose, make sure it's DOT approved, and make sure you and your passengers wear them every time you get into the vehicle, regardless of the type of operating you'll be doing. You and your passengers also need to wear goggles or a face shield when you ride to protect your eyes against dust, dirt, bugs, or other debris. Be sure that you and any passengers wear long-sleeve shirts, gloves, long pants, and over-the-ankle boots to protect yourself against debris, not to mention the weather. Polaris makes a variety of riding gear, and all of it is specially designed to keep you and your passengers comfortable when you ride. Before you operate, perform the pre-ride inspection as described in the owner's manual. Visually inspect the vehicle, looking for brush, sticks, or other debris that may impair the vehicle's operation or damage drivetrain components. Pay particular attention to the radiator area for the accumulation of mud or debris which can cause the engine to overheat. Check the condition of the tires, looking for any sign of punctures or damage. Check the tire pressures and verify they are to specification. Verify that all fluid levels are at their correct levels. Check for proper function of all controls, particularly the steering, brakes, lights, and accelerator. Most importantly, check the condition and function of the seat belts. Due to the potential for damage from exposure to outside elements, follow this inspection procedure before each operation. Pull each seat belt completely out and inspect the full length for cuts, wear, fraying, dirt, debris, or stiffness. Test the buckles and latches for proper operation and inspect them to determine if the latch plates or buckles have been damaged, deformed, or is excessively warm. To sit in a Ranger, the operator should approach the left side of the vehicle. Verify the parking brake is set or the gear shift is in park. Then step into the floorboard area while sliding into the operator's seat. Attach the seat belt and adjust it to fit snugly. Make sure all the cab nets are in place and that the straps and latches are secure. For passengers, with the vehicle parking brake set or the gear shift in park, passengers should enter by stepping into the floorboard area while sliding onto the passenger seat. Attach the seat belt and adjust it to fit snugly. Operators may want to have passengers be seated first in order to assist them with the seat belt and cabinet latches. Rangers use an automotive-style brake system. Both front and rear brakes are applied by pushing the brake pedal toward the floor. Rangers also utilize an automotive-style accelerator pedal to control speed and acceleration. Pushing on the pedal increases acceleration and vehicle speed. Releasing the pedal reduces engine power and vehicle speed. Your Ranger has a transmission with high and low range, plus reverse. To shift the transmission, apply the brake and move the shift handle firmly into low gear. Low is considered the primary operating gear. If more speed is desired while operating on hard-packed surfaces, apply the brake, come to a complete stop, and shift to high gear. Some Rangers are equipped with a multi-function instrument cluster, mode button, and an all-wheel drive switch. Some also feature adjustable tilt steering. Refer to the owner's manual for more information on the operation of these features. Ranger crew models have a rear seat passenger area equipped with seat belts, side nets, and handholds. Passengers sitting in the rear seats should keep hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Always use the cab nets and available handholds. Never hold on to the cab frame. Rangers have available storage areas and a cargo box to carry extra equipment or materials. Never carry passengers in the cargo box. Do not load cargo weight in excess of the warning decal specifications, which are located on the vehicle. Always secure the cargo you wish to carry, keeping in mind that carrying tall, off-center, or unsecured loads increases the risk of vehicle instability and loss of control. Always check and verify the cargo box tilt mechanism is latched and secure before operation. Your Ranger is equipped with a towing hitch for pulling extra cargo or other items. Never exceed the recommended tongue weight or load capacity, as this can lead to steering and handling issues. When towing, always use low as the primary drive gear and allow a greater distance for braking. Slow your speed around corners and over irregular and sloped terrain. Also, when towing, always secure the cargo you wish to tow, keeping in mind that carrying tall, off-center, or unsecured loads increase the risk of vehicle instability and loss of control. Before carrying passengers in your Ranger, you must first have at least 2 hours of driving experience. Begin by finding an open area that will give you plenty of room to familiarize yourself with the vehicle's operation and handling. While practicing driving, do not tow or carry any cargo. When you are ready to go, check your surroundings to determine where you're headed. Then slowly release the brake and depress the throttle with your right foot to begin driving. Drive slowly at first. On a level surface, practice starting, stopping, turning, maneuvering, and using the throttle and brake. Also practice driving in reverse. Learn how the vehicle handles when making both left and right turns at slow speeds. Remember, all cabinets and seatbelts must remain fastened during operation. Only increase your speed after you've mastered all the maneuvers at a slower speed. At faster speeds, follow these precautions. Avoid sharp turns. Never turn while applying heavy throttle. Never make abrupt steering maneuvers. Operate at speeds appropriate for your skills, the conditions, and the terrain. Do not do power slides, donuts, jumps, or other driving stunts. You should explain to any passengers the importance of safely riding in the vehicle while it is in motion. A good idea would be to demonstrate how a passenger should be seated, how to fasten the seatbelt and cabnet, and the proper places to hold on to while you are still sitting in the parked vehicle. To avoid injury, you and your passengers should keep your entire body inside the cab frame at all times while the vehicle is in motion. Cabnets must be used by the driver and passengers at all times. Your Ranger has an adjustable spring preload rear suspension. Adjustable spring preload allows the operator to maintain vehicle ride height while carrying loads. Although the spring preload is adjustable, the factory setting is considered appropriate for many riding conditions. If you make adjustments to the suspension spring preload, follow these rules. Never exceed the stated load capacity for your vehicle. This includes the weight of the driver, passengers, accessories, and cargo. Always turn the suspension to the factory setting after the load has been removed from your Ranger. See your owner's manual for more information, including recommended tire pressures. Consult your local Polaris dealer for the tool and procedures required to adjust your suspension settings. It is important to realize that the cab frame of your Ranger cannot provide complete rollover protection. Always operate your Ranger responsibly to avoid injury to you and your passengers. When cornering, slow down. Never corner fast with passengers, cargo, when towing or operating alone. Keep in mind that additional cargo and/or passenger weight will affect cornering ability. Always slow down and allow for greater stopping distances when carrying or towing loads with any vehicle. Refer to your owner's manual for more information. Your Ranger is equipped with reverse, a handy feature for maneuvering. When operating in reverse, pay careful attention to your surroundings. Always verify it's safe to back up before doing so. Sometimes it's helpful to the operator if a passenger gets out and guides the operator when backing up. It is recommended that Rangers avoid hills over 15 degrees. When climbing hills, maintain a steady speed and drive straight uphill, never to the side. Avoid steep inclines. If you're not careful, you can overturn when going up or down hills. Remember that Rangers are not intended to be operated on inclines greater than 15 degrees. Always have the all-wheel drive switch engaged when climbing hills or crossing other irregular or slippery terrain. Not using all-wheel drive when climbing hills could cause loss of traction and control. If you begin to lose momentum while driving uphill, stop the vehicle and allow it to roll slowly straight back downhill while keeping light pressure on the brake pedal. Turn and change course only when it's safe to do so. When going downhill, you should slow down. Apply the brakes lightly for added control. The front and rear brakes are applied by pressing the foot brake. Drive straight downhill, never to the side. Never coast downhill with the transmission in neutral. Side-hilling your vehicle is one of the most dangerous types of operation and should be avoided if possible. If you cannot avoid driving on the side of a hill, be aware of any bumps, obstacles, or terrain that might raise or lower one side of the vehicle or cause it to slide. If you begin to slide downhill at any time, you should turn immediately downhill to stop the slide or stop the machine and maneuver to get the vehicle pointed downhill before continuing forward. Your Ranger is designed to be used off-road, only on surfaces such as dirt, sand, or gravel. Never operate your vehicle on paved surfaces. Paved surfaces can cause unexpected vehicle behaviors, which could result in an accident. Operate slow and cautiously on snow and ice. Sudden vehicle movements could lead to loss of control. Read and understand your owner's manual. Severe injury or death can result if the vehicle and its occupants fall through the ice. Never operate the vehicle on a frozen body of water unless you have first verified that the ice is thick enough to support the weight and moving force of the vehicle, you and your passengers, and your cargo, together with any other vehicles in your party. Always check with local authorities and residents to confirm ice conditions and thickness over your entire route. Vehicle operators assume all risk associated with ice conditions on frozen bodies of water. Your Ranger can operate through water with a maximum recommended depth equal to the bottom of the floorboard. Submerging the vehicle beyond the recommended depth can result in water entering the engine intake and clutch system. Follow these procedures when operating through water. Determine the water depths and current before crossing. Fast-flowing currents or deep water can cause loss of control and is very dangerous. Choose a crossing where both banks have gradual inclines. Proceed slowly, avoiding rocks and other obstacles if possible. After crossing, dry the brakes by driving slowly while applying light pressure to the brake pedal until braking action returns to normal. Consult your owner's manual for more information regarding water crossing precautions. Should your vehicle become immersed beyond the recommended depth and rendered inoperable, take it to your authorized Polaris dealer immediately for service to avoid damaging the engine or clutch system. Respect the environment you ride in. Find out where the designated riding areas are. If you're not sure, contact a Polaris Ranger dealer, a local off-roading club, or call your city or local government offices. Above all, stay on the trail. Remember, as an off-road enthusiast, you represent the sport. Tread lightly. Staying on the trail is the best way to keep the trails open. Travel and recreate with minimum impact. Respect the environment and the rights of others. Educate yourself. Plan and prepare before you go. Allow for future use of the outdoors by leaving it better than you found it. Discover the rewards of responsible recreation. Practice good trail riding etiquette. When operating with others, keep a safe distance. Communicate to oncoming operators how many are in your group. When stopping, do so on a straight section and move your vehicles as far off the trail as possible to allow others to pass. Thanks for watching. Before we go, let's quickly go over the ways to enjoy your Ranger safely. Read the owner's manual and warning labels before operation. Wear the right equipment. That means always wearing a helmet, goggles, long-sleeve shirt, gloves, long pants, and over-the-ankle boots. Rangers should only be operated by drivers 16 years of age and older with a valid driver's license. Never carry passengers under the age of 12 or passengers that are not large enough to put both feet on the floor and securely grasp available handholds. Never operate on public roads. Never operate after consuming alcohol or drugs. Never operate at excessive speeds for the terrain, visibility, or your experience. Always avoid paved surfaces. Never do power slides, donuts, jumps, or other driving stunts. And finally, drive responsibly. Find the designated trails and stay on them. Your vehicle can be hazardous to operate. Severe injury or death can result if you don't follow instructions. In addition to the fun of owning a Ranger, there's a vast line of accessories offered which allows customization of your vehicle to suit your particular tastes. It is recommended that you install only Polaris tested and approved accessories. The use of non-Polaris approved accessories can seriously affect vehicle safety. Remember, your Ranger can be a great work and play vehicle for years to come if you operate safely on the way out.